cold ass car waiting on it to warm up, you know what I'm saying? We in the Le Mans. This is my startup car. All right. It's probably gonna be like a good 5 minutes, but so I got a story time for you guys. This is a little trauma bonding that we're gonna have right now with the red wheel. All right, so damn, bright ass brake lights. So, oh, okay, that was water. That went nice. Okay. So, this is one of the reasons why I don't fuck with my family members. And the story goes like this. So, when I was little, I interacted with a lot of my cousins. I went to everybody's house, and everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? I had like a best friend at each household. So like the female cousins, we got along, we clicked, we was close. So this particular one, we gonna call her Tree. It rhymes with kind of like her name or whatever for short. Tree, right? So Tree was my nigga. That was my day one. We was cool. We was, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tree, I'm back over here. Yeah, gang. And every time I came over, I was always excited to hang with Tree. We was thick as thieves. We was always doing stuff. We was always just, And then, like, she had a brother. I forgot how much older he was. I think he was like 1 or 2 years older than us. So we gonna call him B, because that go with his name. And me and B was cool too. Like, that was best friend. And so we was thick as thieves, like, Three Musketeers. And this particular auntie house, so she's on my father's side, and I think she's older than him. And she had multiple children with multiple partners, right? So I was cool with like the 2 middle kids, if that makes sense. I think they were in the middle, or they were like further down, because I know it was like 3, 4 older siblings than them. But I remember I clicked with them the most. And they had an older one, and he was my fave, and we gonna call him C. C not really in the story, but C was my nigga. That's just all I want to say. So basically, right, the reason why I don't mess with them is for 2 reasons. So the first one is the story. So my auntie had like a manic moment. She had a bipolar moment, and it resulted in me not going over there anymore, because I used to come over there like every weekend, or every chance that I got, I was going over there. I was hanging out with them, and that's why me and Tree was best friends. And I remember, like, me and B, we had our little thing going on, and sometimes Tree would be doing something, so me and B would be, being menaces. And I just remember this particular time, he was fond of me, and we was like playing house or something like that, and I didn't do something properly or something like that, and he had hit me, right? So what I do, I hit the nigga back, and I think he hit me on my arm or something, and I retaliated the same way. And my auntie came up the stairs at that point. So when she came up the stairs, she saw me committing the act. She didn't see him committing it. And he just kind of went a long way. They didn't say anything. And this is why I have a problem with males. Like, they really get under my skin. Because a lot of them just freeze and just succumb to shit. And they do shit and they get away with it, and it just irks my nerves sometimes. Like, and I feel like that's why I have such a bad, I don't interact very well with them. Like, I interact with them like they could be cool friends, but it's just like I can't give my heart to them anymore. Like, I'm very numb when it comes to them, because they full of shit. So he was one of them at that point, because how you gonna hit me and then you gonna act like I'm mostly ghostly when I'm trying to clear my name? So she over here, she just, mind you, she is a sweetie to me. This is like one of those times that she's tripping out on me. She don't usually trip out on me because I don't be doing nothing, or I don't get caught, right? So she tripping out on me. She's like, my son would never do that. He's a boy and he knows not to touch girls and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, but I'm telling you, he hit me. That is the only reason why I would retaliate. I hit him because he hit me. And she just, gaslighting me, telling me that there is no fucking way. And he's sitting here just in the middle like, yeah, I didn't, do anything. He's not saying anything. He's just like, yeah, like, my mom's speaking for me. And I'm like, tell her that you hit me or whatever. And I remember she was just like, he ain't gotta tell you nothing. You not finna incriminate him. Bitch, what? Bitch, what? So, anyway, she grabs me and, I'm scared shitless. I have really bad anxiety. And that's a lot of like majority of my life. And since I didn't know what it was called, you could just imagine being gaslighted for something that you are not even knowledgeable about. You're not knowledgeable that you are on the spectrum. You're not knowledgeable about anxiety and depression, and you're just going through it. You're slowly rotting on the inside with all this pain and dark thoughts in your head because nobody is educating you on, oh, maybe you're possibly mentally fucking ill, right? Or traumatized, because this was a very traumatizing moment. So yeah, she picks me up, she's yelling at me and being aggressive and stuff like that. She throws me on the couch, right? WWE. And she's like, you will sit in this spot and you will not move. Bitch, I was on that couch for like 5-6 hours. I was so scared. I had to pee. And I was so scared to move because I didn't want to know what she would do. And I know you like, okay, if your auntie's always been sweet, then, you should have, been able to take that risk or whatever. But you had to see how malicious this lady became. It was like she was a whole different person, like she was possessed by a demon. That's how manic she was. And when I get into other stories, then you'll understand just how much fear was within me, because she is not the only person that has acted malicious towards me. So it's like, I fear for my safety. I fear for pain. I'm just scared. In a lot of situations, I'm just scared because everybody is just taking advantage of my vulnerability and unawareness of their ignorance. Because you shouldn't have acted like that. You grown as hell, But anyway, she's like, you're gonna sit on this couch and you're not gonna move, right? And I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, and I think I said it, I was like, but what if I'm hungry? She's like, you're not gonna move. I'm gonna feed you when I wanna feed you. Oh my God, I would never forget it, right? And she didn't. I think one of my cousins, Tree stole me a snack or whatever. That's my nigga. Yeah, the gang, because it was a couple of cousins, they came in like, is you all right? I was crying. I was just scared. I didn't move. I'm holding my pee, all types of stuff like that. And even B came down. I forgot what we was talking about, but I did not like him after that. Like, I hated his guts. Cause just like, you was a bitch ass nigga at the wrong time, and I will never forgive you for that. Like, you are weak to me. You couldn't even admit that you were wrong first, and I was defending myself. And that's another thing that really plagues my heart, because I be telling the truth and nobody believes it. They want me to say what they want me to say, and it's just like, a lot of grown people don't realize that. They be trying to read children and be like, I know you better than yourself. You will never know somebody who don't know themselves better than them. Let's just get that straight. That doesn't even make logical fucking sense. If I'm trying to develop myself and I don't know myself, how the hell you gonna tell me that you know me better than me? You mean you know what you imprinted on me and the habits that you instilled on me? That's what you mean. Whatever you put on me, trauma and gaslighting, and oh, you're gonna do it like this, and you're gonna believe in Christianity, all that, you put that on me. That's not who I am. Once I choose and I am aware and I'm more knowledgeable and older, then we can talk about you possibly knowing me. But you will never ever know me because you are not with me at every moment. So if I had known these type of things as a youngin', I would have just left out that bitch. That's what really would have happened. But that did not happen, right? So yeah, I'm just on the couch crying, contemplating life, not wanting to be hurt. She came back a couple of times, acting crazy, you know, like a dinosaur from fucking Jurassic Park. But we ain't even gonna get into all that. So I remember, right, at this point, my grandma knocked on the door. My sweet grandma, she knocked on the door, and she came in, and she's like, "Hey, me," because that was her nickname for me. "Hey, me," and she picked me up, and she's like, you know, let's go, right? But my dad is rushing in like a Tomb Raider. Okay, he is rushing in. He bipolar too, because this nigga don't remember doing these type of things. He don't remember jumping out no window. He don't remember kicking no TV in. He don't remember none of this shit, yo. But I remember it, because it's in my brain. It's another reason why I don't like men or trust them. It's a whole fiasco, okay? But he ran in like a Tomb Raider, and he tackled my aunt because she was coming out. She's like, "What are you doing? She's on punishment. Why is she coming out from the couch?" You know what I'm saying? She's so gone. She's not recognizing, like, gee, this is my dad coming to save the day. And then my thing is, like, I didn't even talk to him on the phone, so I don't even know what he knows. But I felt like she got on the phone talking crazy in her crazy state. And they was just like, what? They don't even sound like my child. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taught self-defense. I'm not finna just hit nobody's child. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know that. So, boom, boom, boom. He tackles my auntie on her table and breaks that bitch. Like, it... Two of the legs just go down because he just tackles her into the couch. They are wrestling and tussling. But mind you, grandma is trying to get me out the door, so I can see, but I can barely see. But I heard rustling and tussling and kids screaming and stuff like that. And we just got in the car. My grandma's just like, "You okay?" And, you know, we're just going to get you out of here. You know, don't even worry about it. You know, people, they have their moments. You know, she was just trying to calm me and tell me and stuff like that. And I did not go back there. I went back there one more time, and that was for Christmas, but it was never the same. And I just didn't go back there. And I didn't see Tree for a very long time. Now, I think like 3 years ago, because I think all that went down. When that went down, I believe that I was 8 or 7. 8 or 7. 8 or 7. I had to be. I have to 8 or 7, because I think my brother was born and he was a baby. And I had 7 years to myself. So it had to be 8 or 7, because he was born at that point. And I didn't go back. But I remember 3 years ago, I went to a little gathering with the family. And it just felt like, it felt weird. It felt awkward. It felt like we were just so disassociated. And I didn't want to associate with them. And she was at the table just having manic episodes. And it's just like, if you can't be calm and collected and control your children, then that says a lot about you than anything, right? So she just in spells and stuff like that. But I'm talking to Tree because I'm like, okay, maybe we can reconnect. I never got your number. You know what I'm saying? You was far away, but now maybe it's our chance, right? I'm like, hey, what you doing? How you doing? What are you into? She all dry and down, talking like fucking Batman from Gotham City. And I'm just like, gee, like, what's up? And I was like, okay, television shows. I love superhero, drama, mystery, action, sci-fi. That's me, right? That's me. And she's like, well, me, I can't watch nothing unless it got dead bodies in it. Huh? What did you say? Man, it took everything in me not to react like, you know what I'm saying? I just had to keep composure. I'm just like, what you mean by that, right? I'm like, you talking about, like, you know, Criminal Minds? Like, you like murder mysteries? You like the documentary channel? And she's like, yeah, you know, I just need to see blood and gore. That's my thing. And I'm just like, I'm not fucking with it. I don't even want to know what gets you lit. I don't want to know what turns you on anymore. I didn't even ask all that, first of all. But the fact that you so passionate about telling me, going into details about, ooh, it's getting hot. You going into details trying to tell me how you like to watch gory shit, brains on the floor, and I didn't ask you all that. I was just like, okay, discovery and mystery, and you're like, nah. Specifically, I just like gore. I can't watch something if it does have gore in it. I'm like, so no cartoons or nothing like that? She's like, it ain't got dead bodies. I'm like, but why is it so specific like that? You know what? I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to know where her mind was at, but at the same time, I couldn't care as much. Because it's just like, you're gone in my eyes. When you start talking like that, I need to stay away from you because I just don't know. You're just unpredictable. Like your mother. I just don't want to know. I really don't. And then the brother B, he was a little off too. Like everybody just seems like they have been tainted by their environment to the extent, because I was too. I was very depressed. So it's just like everybody is clearly tainted. I don't know where these old heads get this idea, oh, you're going through the teen phase. No, bitch, I hate society. I hate life. No, you did not do what you're supposed to do. I do not know who I am. That's why I'm going through a rebellious stage. That's why I'm depressed and I'm in my room and I don't want to talk to people and I'm antisocial and I don't want to do what you want me to do because you wanted to control me. And now that I have an option and I'm so drained and I hate everything, this is what I choose to do. I choose to disassociate. So she chose to like dead bodies and he chose to be high. Like everybody just chose different stuff, different coping mechanisms, because reality is just so fucked up and unfair and sad and traumatizing, and nobody can see that. Like nobody's looking at these kids and being like, they're just traumatized. And everybody's like, oh, we didn't do all it doesn't matter what you want to label trauma as. It's what breaks the psyche of the child. Fuck what you talking about. That's what people need to get out of their head. And I'm gonna make a segment about that. This is supposed to be just a story time, but I'm real for real about that. Like I'm really tired of these old heads talking about what they perceive as traumatizing. It's not about you. Nobody cares what you perceive as traumatizing. Nobody cares that you had a hard life. Stop telling me your story when you're not trying to hear mine because you think it's easier. Stop telling me, oh, I have it easy because I'm in high school. High school is terrible. You were skipping class and you didn't give a fuck, and their curriculum wasn't as harsh. And you failed because you didn't want to do it. I'm actually trying and failing and taking all these tests, and my head hurt, and I'm dyslexic, and math is getting harder and harder even though I used to love it, and it doesn't make any sense. And now I don't know who I am. I don't know what my passion is. I don't even know if I want to do this shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing what you're doing, so it's not the same. So what are you saying to me? How dare you tell me that I'm not stressed, I'm not depressed? I don't seem like I need the therapy because I'm not saying I'm suicidal or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I despise that at this point, because that's the type of narrow-minded narcissistic gaslighting or indifference that people have, that make kids bottle everything up and try to be like, okay, well then maybe what I'm going through isn't important. Maybe it isn't as bad when it really is, because even suppressing that and thinking that makes it worse. So I could just see that all on her face. I felt that in my heart because I was always constantly in pain. I had constant chest pain and head pain. I used to get headaches. My eyes were always burning. So I could just imagine. It's just like, I'm going to really get into my poetry and my book that I really want to get into, and these story times. And I just want to say that that's my lesson that I learned from that experience. That, yeah, we can't reconnect because we're just too broken right now. And that, you know, I don't blame her for her passions or whatever, but I'm not with that. And it threw me off. Her brother being the way he did, and then he made us disband because of his bull crap and how he didn't want to admit that he hit me, but he wanted to act like my friend for the moment. I didn't like that. And then for her to say she wanted to see dead bodies and stuff like that, I'm just like, keep that energy over there. I don't even want it. I'm already on edge. I don't need extra. And mind you, I'm not scared of gore or nothing like that, but it's just like, that's not my flavor. And for you to say that's all that you can talk about, that's all you want to do, or you gonna put your head into some music or something like that, I'ma just let you be. That's what it is. But I see you hurting. They don't see you hurting because they don't classify your hurt as real hurt. And that's what I learned. My auntie couldn't see how malicious she was being. She couldn't even fight it, really. And she, to this day, is still on bullcrap. You got all these kids and you still ain't learned emotional control and awareness and maturity with that. And it just shows. And comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you want to know. I got a Gardner story coming up. I got an Amazon story coming up. And then I got what is it? Probably a hood story. And that encompasses a lot of different stories. But I'm just trying to categorize it. So it's 3 different stories. Y'all let me know which one y'all want. But yeah, in the meantime, between time, take care of your mental health. Fuck what people say. Try to find something to tether to find the love for yourself. And I will holler back at you guys. Peace.